If you like sleeping in on your vacations, then this video is for you. Hello Mam Fam, and welcome back to our Best Night in the Theme Park series, the series where we head to the theme parks for the last few hours while they're open. This is the opposite of the rope drop series I did recently. This is for you, my fellow night gremlins. Today we are at Universal Orlando at Islands of Adventure, and I'm here for the final 3 hours of the park to do some of my favorite rides, get a couple of snacks, and show you why coming to the theme parks at night has their own special kind of magic. Islands of Adventure is home to some of the most beloved IP and some of my favorite rides across the world. You've got Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you've got Jurassic World, you've got Marvel, but we've only got 3 hours, so let's get to it. And you know, as I stood here doing the intro, I couldn't help but hear that sweet music coming from the Incredible Hulk coaster, so that's where we're gonna start. And let's do a little wait time check as we head into the park. It's about 5 o'clock right now. And I will say, it is a Halloween Horror Nights night, which means the other park, Universal Studios Florida, closed at 5. So there was a kind of a longer queue than you'd usually see around this time to get into the park. So we'll see how that impacts the wait times. I do have Express because it comes with my annual pass. But let's do a wait time check as we head to our first attraction. Let's see, we got lots of 5-minute waits across the board, including most of the rides in Seuss. You got 15 minutes both at Hulk and Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey inside Hogwarts, 25 over at Spider-Man, 35 at Dr. Doom. That's surprising. 40 at VelociCoaster, 120 minutes at Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM. So actually still relatively low for most places. The Incredible Hulk coaster is a thrilling coaster with 7 inversions and a banging soundtrack by Fall Out Boy's Patrick Stump. My favorite part is this right here, this initial launch as you've been infused with the gamma radiation and you go right into an inversion. And this launch is so powerful, it is the equivalent of jumbo jets taking off. So we're gonna do this first, kick it off. This has got a 54.54-inch height requirement, so it's a little on the taller side to match how intense it is. And it also has lockers and metal detectors, which means I've gotta drop my phone, my camera, everything in there, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Absolutely holds up, even though it's not even close to like the newest Universal coaster at this point, because in this park alone you've got Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM and VelociCoaster, and then also you've got like Stardust over Epic. This ride still is such a banger. It is so much fun. It's a little rattly on the head, but it's not bad at all. And it's just like you've got the music pumping, the noises. I love that takeoff is so much fun because you still quite don't know when it's gonna happen. That's an awesome ride. And I barely had to wait since I had Express and I only had a 15-minute wait anyway. But that's all we're gonna do on that half the park, pretty much. Because I don't wanna wait in a 35-minute line for Doom. Even with Express, that would probably still be somewhat significant because it's not a super efficient ride as far as load and unload goes. And Spider-Man makes me nauseous, if I'm being honest. And we're obviously not gonna ride water rides. Instead, we are gonna journey this way towards Seuss Landing. And I did think about getting some green eggs and ham for a tasty treat. That is my favorite, definitely savory snack in the park. But there's somewhere else in this park that I quite enjoy that's actually going away. So, you know, you never know how many more chances you're gonna get to eat there. So let's get a little more underrated of a treat. And that meal would be the Stingers from Fire Eater's Grill on the Lost Continent. So this one doesn't come with dessert or a drink, but it comes with Stingers, which are chicken tenders tossed in buffalo sauce. And then your choice of side, you can do fries, but I went for the hummus, which means you get like a pretty good serving of veggies and classic hummus. I really like Fire Eater's Grill, and I think it's very underrated. You can also just get regular chicken tenders. You can also get a gyro of different meats, and I love buffalo, so I'm excited to dig into these. But also, Lost Continent, unsurprisingly, is going away. Universal very recently confirmed that, which is not surprising considering the last attraction in this land, Poseidon's Fury, closed in 2023, and they haven't really done anything with it since. There's good food options like this, like Doc's Kebabs, like Mythos, but besides that, there's nothing here. So they did Universal did confirm this is going away. They have not confirmed when. They have not confirmed what it will be. There are lots of rumors out there. But I'm sad because I like that this is an original themed land and it will probably get replaced with IP. But there's nothing here, really. I guess the real sadness is who knows if Mythos will get to be an 11-time recipient of the Best Theme Park Restaurant Award from Theme Park Insider. But only time will tell. But for now, let's eat chicken tenders. I mean, it's pretty simple. They're just chicken tenders, but nice. Little buffalo sauce on there. A little bit of heat, not too much. It's more like a mild medium. Just a little tiny bit of a kick. And, you know, hearty protein. Very filling, very shareable if you're doing this as a snack, or it's a good meal. All right, well, that was delicious. If I wasn't gonna eat there, I do like Mythos, which is a sit-down restaurant, so it takes time, but the food is very good. Of course, 3 broomsticks, get my fish and chips, which are another of my favorites. Like I said, green eggs and ham. I love the green eggs and ham tots. They're all different kind of loaded tots. So that's what I would normally have gotten. And I also do like both quick service restaurants in Jurassic Park, Burger Digs if you want a good burger, and Thunder Falls' barbecue, which didn't used to be my favorite, but the last time we went, I had nachos and they were actually very good. They have queso there. That's important information I feel like I should share with you. And actually, Confisco Grill, the sit down at the front's pretty good. I actually think that this food, I think it doesn't have very good food. And while there are things I don't care for, like the food in Marvel, they've made a lot of good improvements over the food over the years. And I feel like that's maybe one of the underrated things at this park. Is like you're probably, if you know where to look, as Hagrid says, you can find better things than maybe you're expecting or have had before. But for now, we're gonna continue on. And you know, some people when they come to the parks, they're a rides girly. And I get that. There's a lot of fun rides to do. That's a main reason a lot of people come to the parks. Some people are foodie girlies. And you're here for the eats and the treats and the snacks. And some people are atmosphere girlies or entertainment girlies. They're here just for the vibes. I'm a little bit of all three, but I think I lean a lot towards like the second two. As much as I love the rides, and there are lots of amazing rides across Universal, I think too many people don't embrace the vibes and just being here and enjoying the ambiance. And I've said this for videos as long as I've made them, like some of my best memories in the theme parks are things like just enjoying a snack and walking around and exploring Hogwarts, or, you know, live entertainment in the parks that you don't expect to happen, or a funny character experience. Like, yes, the rides are amazing and fun, and not to undersell them at all, but you know, just being here is important too, especially in a park like this one that has a couple of my favorite IPs of all time. All that to say, I only actually have 2 more rides on my list today when I was writing down things I'd like to do in the park. I bet you can guess what they are, but neither one of them is a good choice for having just eaten. But you know what is? Wand magic. Of course, I brought a wand because we are in Hogsmeade. And we're gonna do one of the adventures because not too long ago, Universal brought out the Generation 2 wands, which this is, and they added like an interactive element to it on Universal Play. So not only are you doing these spells around the park, but there's actually like a little adventure you're going on, and different things can happen based on which spell adventure you're doing. I did a whole video on these when they first came out, explaining you the difference in the wands and how to do the wands, and showing some of them on the other side in Diagon Alley as well. They have them in Epic now too. But for now, we're gonna do one of the short little wand adventures. And the app told me to start at Sprint Witches. So here we go. I can just hear people in the comments right now being like, you only say you're not a rides girly because you get to go all the time. That's not what normal people do. But I'm here to tell you, do whatever you want when you're at the theme parks. Rides, eats, shows, walk around, luxuriate. Don't let anyone make you feel bad. There's special magic in these parks, and it's not just at the rides. It's however you want to spend it. Aloha Mora. Locomotor. That was a short adventure. Adventure complete. Explore what you have unlocked. What did I unlock? I got house points, hijinks. Oh, I've done that one. I've done that one. Oh, I understand. It unlocks the spells, because if you go here to collections, it's showing all the spells I've collected. So the ones that have lit up, I've gotten through. So I just did Aloha Mora, and then I just did Locomotor. So I just got that one. So as you do the different spells, you unlock them. And then you can also do different achievements. Unplug the toilet at this is doing all the different spells. Cast Locomotor 10 times. So if I had done that one a couple more times, it's very similar to the, oh look, I got this one by finding the demi-guys in Ministry of Magic at Epic. Then you can also collect different beasts. Look how many I've gotten. Oh my gosh. I want to get Sir Cadogan. Oh, I've got to go back to Epic for that. Anyway, this is really fun. It is very much like the power-up bands in Super Nintendo World, very gamifying something. And I already loved the wand magic as a Wizarding World fan, as a Harry Potter fan. Like, you obviously want nothing more than to have a wand. And I loved it when it was just like point the wand, see what happens. But I love it even more that now that there's a game element to it. All right, so I'm sure you could guess the 2 rides I want to do are Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM and VelociCoaster. But Hagrid still has a 130-minute wait, and the team member told me that Express is generally at their ride half of the posted wait time. So that's still over an hour in Express right now, which is not how long I'd like to wait if I could wait less. So originally my plan was to do VelociCoaster last because I want to ride it at night, but I think I'm going to mix it up. And luckily these 2 lanes are close to each other, so I'm gonna head into Jurassic Park now and do some Jurassic Park stuff, and then I'll check the wait times again, because if Hagrid's drops a little bit, I'll do that one and then end at VelociCoaster, but I could flip-flop that. Want to see one of my favorite details in the park? If you look right here, you've got Dennis Nedry's rain jacket and his badge in the front seat right there. That's truly my favorite thing in theme parks. Like, I love rides, I love eating, I love, entertainment, but like, all the details and Easter eggs and like the fact that they really bring these worlds to life that we all like have fallen in love with on screen or just in our imaginations, and the attention to detail that so many people don't even notice. Like, how many people notice that Nedry's like ID tags right there? How many people notice that Universal changes the storm drains depending on what land you're in, or that there's dinosaur paw prints on the ground? Like, that to me is the real magic of these parks. So I guess all that to say, you could be doing a bunch of rides right now. Most of the rides in the park have like 30 minutes or less. So if you had a hankering to do Spider-Man and Forbidden Journey and Skull Island and all those things, you could be cranking those out. But we're taking a little slower today. And I think the next thing we need to do is say hey to a dinosaur. Update. We're not going to meet a Velociraptor right now. We are, but right now at Raptor Encounter, which is the meet and greet with the Velociraptor, is the baby Sierra. And as cute as the baby is, I much prefer meeting the big dinosaurs. And that Blue, the big dinosaur, is not returning until the set after. So we've got a little time to kill, which means, you know what? Let's go on the river adventure, which I didn't expect to go on a water ride today, but I do really like this ride. It only has a 25-minute wait, so it'll be even less with Express. And usually if you sit in the back, it's not too bad. So I should be okay, hopefully. I'm gonna pray to the dinosaur gods that that's the case. Jurassic Park River Adventure has a 42-inch height requirement, and it is a log ride through Jurassic Park, which is actually how the book is set up. The movie changed it because Steven Spielberg was like, I learned my lesson about big creature features on the water. Can't imagine what inspired that change. But you're gonna head down, you are in Jurassic Park, you're gonna go on a tour in a boat, and I'm sure that nothing will go wrong. Like, I can't imagine anything going wrong. We don't have 7 movies and or the novels that inspired them to predict anything bad. I don't foresee a 80-foot drop to escape a T-Rex at all. I got a lot wetter than I remember in the back. I ducked my head, so like the top of my head is very wet, but my face, I saved my face, which is really what's important. And my butt's not wet or anything. My feet and shoes aren't wet, but it's just like it rained over me to the top of my head and like my shoulders. So it could be worse, but definitely wetter than I expected in the back row.
All right, I'll have you stand in the middle. There we go. Excellent. Nice big smile. Try not to make any sudden movements. There you go. I love it. Blue's just coming in to say hi. She can sense that you're very calm, and that's a great thing. Good job. All right, you can turn out and say goodnight, Blue.
Well, after I got wetter than I thought, but not terrible, on Jurassic Park, I scooted right over to meet Blue at the Raptor encounter because I was cutting it close. The adult Raptor time slots will fill up. There's no way to know who it is until you talk to the team members out front. But Blue and the other big ones do fill up, so if you want to meet them, get there early. And you can come talk to the team members out front and say what times are Blue. And they'll let you know, and just get there like 10 or so minutes early. But now, Hagrid's is still 120-minute wait. VelociCoaster's only 35, so I think you know where we're going. Jurassic Park VelociCoaster is one of my favorite rides on the planet, and I think the best roller coaster at Universal, like across all three parks. I think this one's like objectively the best. It reaches top speeds of 70 miles an hour. It has a huge top hat, 4 inversions. It's incredibly smooth, incredibly thrilling. It is just like so much fun. It is as intense as it is fun. It is just, in my opinion, a perfect roller coaster. Plus the queue's amazing, one of my favorites with the real raptors in the queue. It has a 51-inch height requirement, and it does have lockers like Hulk, except for they're mid-queue. So you can take your smaller bags and phones and things into the queue with you. And you'll put them up while you're halfway through the queue. However, if you have bigger things like I do, like my big camera or big backpack, you are gonna have to pay for a locker right here in the Discovery Center to fit those larger items. Come on to the bottom, always. I just got the bottom at Jurassic Park too. Okay, so I'm gonna put my stuff up and then I'll bring my phone with me. So I apologize for the audio change, but gotta follow the rules. All right, it has a 35-minute posted wait right now. So we'll see what Express is. Single rider's at capacity. I don't recommend single rider here because it doesn't move very quickly and you don't get to see the raptors. And especially if it has a lower weight like it does right now, just wait in the regular line.
You won't be returning to this room. So you need to remember that number, symbol, or color to retrieve your items.
VelociCoaster hair, don't care. Took my clip out. I didn't think that would be very comfortable. Oh my gosh, that ride is so fun. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I was on the ride in about 10 or so minutes from getting in the queue with Express, maybe 12, because again, I have to put my phone up at some point. But it's such a, if you like roller coasters, it is such a must do. And while I did want to ride that one at night, because I think it's even better at night, it was an amazing view because the sun was setting, so like the sky was all beautiful and colorful. And just with what time the sun set right now and the time the park closed today, I wasn't gonna be able to do both VelociCoaster and Hagrid's at night. I've done Hagrid's at night more recently, so I wanted to do VelociCoaster, but now we get to do Hagrid's at night. All right, at this point, there's about 45 minutes of park time left. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure Team still has a 120-minute wait, but you know, we're gonna do it because if I end up waiting an hour, at least part of that is after the park closes. I don't want to push it too much. I know the idea of like, oh, I could just wait until right before 8 o'clock to get in line, and then I'm waiting the whole time after the park closes. But Hagrid's will close to capacity. They'll cut it off, and I don't want to risk that. So I'm going to jump in line for it, but I'm not going alone. I'm bringing line beer with me. I did a mobile order while I was in line for VelociCoaster at Burger Digs to get the Isla Nublar IPA, which is my favorite of the exclusive beers you can get here at Islands of Adventure. They also have exclusive beer in Wizarding World. They also have exclusive beer over at Universal Studios Florida and like Simpsons. There's a ton at Epic too, but I think this one's still my favorite of all of them. I don't know, some of the ones at Epic could kind of go toe for toe or come close, but it's a fruity, hazy IPA and it's fantastic. So that's gonna accompany me in Hagrid's queue. How beautiful is Hogwarts right now? as the sun is almost gone. It's just so beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. The parks at night, not only are they cooler, which is great in Florida, but there's just like the way they light the parks, the way they light the ride vehicles, the way they light Hogwarts. Like look at the lights coming on Hogwarts. It's just beautiful. Speaking of the lights on Hogwarts, there is a projection show called Hogwarts Always, but unfortunately it's not running right now. It's supposed to return, I believe, after Horror Nights. So I don't really know what Horror Nights has to do with it, but when I looked at the calendar, it wasn't coming back till November. But it's a very cute little short projection show that I highly recommend if it's happening while you're here. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM is my favorite ride in this park. It's currently my favorite ride on the planet. I think that's still true. Monsters Unchained is really fighting, but I think I can stand strong in saying it's my favorite ride on the planet. It has a 48-inch height requirement, and it's gonna take you on Sirius Black's Enchanted Motorbike through the Forbidden Forest to come face to face with a variety of iconic creatures from the Harry Potter stories. It does have a very unusual ride seat, so if you want to test it out in the test seat, I recommend it because it's not gonna be comfortable for everyone. Again, 120-minute wait. We're gonna clock express and see if it is a full hour, or I'm hoping it's a little bit less. And but I do have to put my camera and my bag in a locker first. On Hagrid's. You know what? The universe spoke because I was going to end on VelociCoaster, but the universe said I needed to end on Hagrid's, and I got the front row, which if you've ridden this ride, you know the front row is the absolute best, and you can't request it because of how the ride functions, like how the load functions. And so it's very rare to get the front row, and I just happened to get the front row, and I was riding with this man from the single rider line that had never been on it before, and he was like giggling and laughing the whole time. We were both just screaming, and it was just like a joyous ride, and yeah, that's my favorite ride. It's magic, and at night it's even more magical, so that was the best way to end the night, except for the fact I think, even though it's now technically after the park's closed, by the way, I only waited 35 minutes, I don't even think that long, I think it was like 33 minutes from getting in queue to getting on the ride. Incredible, on the most popular ride in the park. Park's officially closed, it's about 8:10 right now, and I think though, because like, as you know from watching these videos, we don't end just because the park closes, we always go shopping. I think Honeydukes is still open, which means we may get a little treat. Because what you don't know, Bam Fam, is that I'm headed to the movie theater on City Walk after I film this video to see a movie with my friend Megan, aka Miss Wizarding World. She and I are horror movie girlies, and we go see all the horror movies together, and we're going to see Good Boy, that horror movie from a dog's point of view. And like, I would love to bring a Honeydukes treat. Oh, yeah, it's still open. I wasn't sure because, like, stores tend to stay open, but I wasn't sure if the Wizarding World stores would stay open because usually it's just like the main big stores, but it's still open. We're still able to buy things. I'm not going to linger too long because the team members are in here and they probably would love to go home, but okay, what do I want to bring? I love a chocolate frog. I also feel like some Birdie Bots, I think I'm going to save the horror for the screen, but I could do like a little, this feels like not super magical, but you could do a little assorted candy moment. I do like fizzing Wispies. I think I'm gonna get something out of the bakery case and bring it to the movie theater. Okay, so I did end up getting the bag candy because the bakery case can sell out of treats, so it's not surprising that my favorite treats are sold out right now, which is the ginger newt cookie or the pumpkin pasty. It's after the park closes. I'm not shocked that they didn't restock those. And the thing I wanted was a caramel apple, and then I was like, how annoying would I be in the movie theater eating an apple? Like, it's like a tense horror movie, and then I'm like, like chomping into a caramel apple with nuts on it, so I'm not gonna be that annoying. But I ended up getting some candy. I paid way too much for bag candy, which is why my mom would never let me buy it as a child, which I don't blame her for, but like it is a little bit whimsical to be able to fill up a little bag of candy. And some of it is just like candy you can get anywhere, but some of it is Harry Potter. And so one thing I got, I'm gonna try it right now, are butterbeer gummies. They also sell these in a couple of the like candy tins and like the different souvenir cup things in the Honeydukes, but I've never tried one, so we're gonna try one right now. It's kind of like if candy corn, it's the texture of candy corn, so it's made of corn syrup, I'm sure, with a little toffee flavor. I don't love it, I don't hate it either. I'm much more excited about my sours and my sherbet lemons in here. But that's good to know that Honeydukes does stay open a little bit later, because Honeydukes is one of the best places I think to get like souvenirs or things to take home, or if you need to bring stuff to like your dog sitter or someone. They have so much like of the packaged candy that's really fun and unique and you can't get anywhere else, like the Fizzing Whizbees, the Exploding Bonbons, Chocolate Frogs. Now, of course, even though I already got a literal treat, we are gonna still scroll through the large trading store on the exit because, you know, why walk outside when you can walk through a store? That's what I always say. And that's why I own too much theme park merchandise. Let's see some fun stuff. First up, it's still, you know, my favorite season of the year, Halloween, but we've of course already got the holidays out, and if I didn't believe it would be 1 billion degrees for holiday time this year, this sweater is adorable. I love this ginormous mug with all of the like bumper stickers for the different lands here, or just Universal things. There's E.T., Skull Island, Hogsmeade, Jurassic Park, Volcano Bay, but it's like as big as my hand. It's a huge mug, which is the right size. Maybe I haven't looked recently enough, but I also really like this Marvel collection with the very classic comic book character t-shirt, and then you've got a cup and a hat for each of them. But I really do like these shirts, and theoretically, you could wear these to both parks, and it would be okay. Well, friends, that is a wrap on our amazing night, best night ever here at Universal Islands of Adventure. In 3 hours, we did 4 of the most popular and best rides in the park. We met a dinosaur, had some delicious eats, did some wand magic, and ended the night picking up a sweet treat. So I'd say that was a very successful few hours in the park. And like I said at the beginning and throughout the video, I just love the parks at night. I think there's such special magic here. I think it's so amazing to ride your favorite rides at night and see how different they are. And a lot of times the outdoor rides I think are better in the evening. I love just like when it's golden hour and becoming dusk and just the lighting in the sky throughout the park. I love how they light these different worlds at night, especially places like Wizarding World or Jurassic Park with the fire. It just adds an extra element of something special. So let me know, are you more of a morning person or a night person? I also think with that, besides Epic Universe, we've done this at every park, so if you want to see an epic video at night, let me know that. In the meantime, friends, let us know what other content you want to see for just these kind of like days in the park. We do this as a fun kind of mix or match situation, so you can see what a morning's like and you can add it with the evening. But if you want to see more like full days in the park, you know, one day both of these parks is to do as much as you can, one day all the Harry Potter stuff, let me know what you want to see. But in the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe, follow us on social media, come hang out with the Man Fam in Discord, check us out on Patreon for behind the scenes content, bonus content, and more. And until next time, friends, I'm Molly, and it has been truly magical. Good night. Now this dog better make it.